What is the Nasdaq and why is it important? If you want to know the answer to this and more, stay tuned. The Nasdaq contains roughly 3,200 publicly traded companies and is the second largest stock exchange based on securities values. But before I dive deeper into what the Nasdaq is and why it is important, thank you so much for joining today. My name is Heather and this is Dollar for Dollar, where we talk about personal finances, and today I'm going to go a little deep on the Nasdaq and why it's so important for you as an investor. Now, the Nasdaq is an American-based stock exchange and it was founded in 1971. Now, maybe you're sitting there going, well, what does the Nasdaq stand for? It stands for something. And before I tell you exactly what the Nasdaq stands for, leave me a comment below and tell me what you think it means so that you can test your knowledge before I give you the answer. Now, Nasdaq stands for National Association of Securities Dealers Automated Quotations. Say that fast 5 times. Basically, it's a fancy way of saying that the Nasdaq is for people to buy and sell stocks in an automated computer network. Because before the Nasdaq was created, everything had to be done in person. So you can imagine that becomes rather cumbersome and rather slow. Fun fact, the Nasdaq has the greatest volume of trades across all US exchanges. In fact, it's 1.8 billion trades occur every single day. Can you imagine 1.8 billion trades every single day? And by the way, if you're getting any value out of this video so far, hit that like button, it would greatly help. And also join along and subscribe and hit that bell so you get notifications when I post more videos just like this one. Why is the Nasdaq so important? Well, like all exchanges, it gives you a snapshot of the collection of stocks that make it up. So in the Nasdaq, even though there are several different types of companies that make it up, they are primarily focused on the high-tech industry. So because the Nasdaq is most often associated with high-tech companies, you're going to find companies like Apple or Amazon or Microsoft that make up the Nasdaq. And what that does is it tells you as an investor when you're looking at the Nasdaq how, in a snapshot picture, you can expect these companies to be doing on the market. Now, the Nasdaq is really important for investors because without having to go into each and every single company that makes up the Nasdaq is going to give you, again, a snapshot of how those companies are doing. And because the Nasdaq is primarily associated with high-tech companies, it's going to give you an idea of how that industry, how those companies are doing. Again, companies like Microsoft, Tesla, Apple, all of those would be traded on the Nasdaq and are traded on the Nasdaq. And if you are brand new to investing and just getting started, be sure to check out my last video that was about how to invest for beginners and some principles and questions that you need to be aware of before you get started. I will put that in the description below as well, so you can click that link, but be sure to check it out. So the next time you see the Nasdaq and its performance and you're looking at the tickers and it's going up or going down, again, that's just giving you a snapshot of the different companies that make up the Nasdaq. It's not one particular company that you can just go out and buy. It is a US stock exchange. So leave me a comment below. Do you actually have shares in a company that is traded on the Nasdaq and you didn't realize it until just now? Let me know. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this content, and again, if you did, consider subscribing to the channel, and I hope to catch you on the next video.